Welcome to the 2014 PSP Chicago Open. Matty Marshall with Chris Lasoya, Todd Martinez. Next up, Tampa Bay Damage, Edmonton Impact. About to go down right now, about 15 seconds. And this is the Champions Division semifinal matchup. So who is going to be moving on to the finals and have a chance to win this tournament? One of the hardest tournaments to win in the world. This game brought to you by Planet Eclipse.
This is going to be a good game right here. I mean, Damage, they're both coming hard in the snake, but Cornell and Rabikoff over here are playing really, really well on this side of the field. Oh, Jerry taking the first walk is Tampa Bay Damage, and also here comes Justin Cornell. One apiece. Oh, and a minor penalty already on the first point against Damage. Wow.
Yeah, I think Chad Bougere got that penalty, and that whole snake size blown for Damage. Here comes Justin Rabikoff up through the middle of the field. Just Jason Edwards and Dalton Vanderbilt now on the Dorito side for Damage. Jason Edwards gonna try and wrap around the outside, but Zach Yakimek at the back of the snake for Impact. Here comes Dalton Vanderbilt. Body's dropping off the Dorito side though. Dalton Vanderbilt trying to open the game up. Too far to go to get the corner, but he does get the corner about a 1-on-2 right now. Jason Edwards taking on Justin Rabikoff and Zach Yakimek.
Oh, he got him. He got Justin Rabikoff, so it's a 1-on-1 now.
Yeah, 1-on-1 right now. So here we go as Zach Yakimek is trying to play this 1-on-1 right now against Jason Edwards. So this is an epic 1-on-1 battle. Both these guys really good at this. We've seen Jason Edwards win 1-on-1s before to help his team win tournaments and games. And Zach Yakimek on your screen right now. Saying, Todd?
I'll watch Jason Edwards shoot 5 guys to avoid relegation. We're playing for relegation.
But look at the move. It's a 2-on-1 actually. Now that came out of the box. He came out of the box. Yeah. Now he's going to get blasted. He doesn't even know he's there.
El Yusuf comes out and shoots Zach Yakimek. Wow, what a turn of events right there. Justin Rabikoff, maybe he got a little too greedy.
Well, wait, nobody grabbed the flag, though.
On that attack.
No, nobody grabbed the flag. They're both going to walk out the field, and there's going to be a no point.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wait.
No, I think they conceded it right as they were about to run off.
Oh, no. Gosh, it was so close. Both teams were running off the field. I mean, both players were running off the field. He was literally a foot away from the line, Matty, when he conceded that point.
And that would have been terrible.
Wow.
Could you imagine Tampa Bay Damage?
Oh, man.
But I haven't seen a point go on the board
yet. I don't know.
Yet.
They might have called the game because he walked off the field.
Maybe that's it. I don't see a point on the board.
Wow, if that happens. Oh, well, look at this game matchup, Matty. Talk us through it.
Well, both of these teams looking real strong. Historically, though, Damage with the lineup hardly changed at all for the past about 4 or 5 years. You got to give them the slight advantage on paper, but the way that Edmonton Impact has been playing this year, so hungry. They've got some great attackers, great defenders, and they're developing that clutch ability. But because they don't quite have the finishing depth that in the time that Damage has spent in these high-level games, but still, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's about as close as it can get as it stands now.
So right now the referees are telling Damage to go back down to the other side. Damage is like, well, why on earth would we do that?
Well,
the referee's like, well, none of you guys went and grabbed the flag to go hang it. Both you guys walked off the field. And Skinny Kevin right now is about to lose his ish on the referee.
But I was up here. I saw it happening as it was transpiring. I'm like, oh, my gosh. They're not. Is that really? Oh, my God, they are. Oh, my God. They're walking out of the field right now.
Yeah.
Wow. What a gift. Here, Impact. Take this.
Impact gets a giant gift from Tampa Bay Damage.
Wow.
And Damage dropping the ball. You could say it's a small mistake, but that's a pretty huge mistake.
That's a huge mistake.
Throwing away, I mean, all it takes is a guy to grab the flag, and they were just so into the moment of the game. But still, man, they're throwing away a point to a team that took second at the last event that's won 2 European events. And, Damage, they won the West Coast Open last year. No, MAO? The West Coast Open.
West Coast Open.
Yeah, they won the West Coast Open last year. And they want a repeat of that performance. So
over Impact, actually.
Yeah. So we're seeing a repeat here in the semifinals of the final matchup from the West Coast Open.
Yeah. So Jason Edwards was still alive because Zach Yakimek traded out with Paul Everett, who came out of the box. So, and then Paul Everett turned. If Paul Everett was shot, then Jason Edwards would have been the one that would have had to go grab the flag. Unless Paul Everett didn't get shot, then they both had an opportunity to get it. But Jason Edwards is the one that worked them back into that game. You know, brilliant move by Dalton as well, recognizing only one body on that Dorito side and it being blown to go attacking and get that player out of the Dorito side corner. But, man, if they don't give Damage this point, then that's going to be a serious mistake on Damage's end.
Well, the clock has stopped, the in-between clock, the clock that runs, the 2-minute time in between points is stopped at 15. And no point has been put on the board yet. Do you see Kevin Brettauer still pleading his case?
Well, before those guys walked off the field, the horn definitely blew. So
it was really close, man.
If Impact is saying that they didn't concede the point, then how did the horn stop?
This is why the horn stopped, because Yusuf traded out with Yakimic.
Sorry, Yusuf, yeah.
Yusuf traded out with Yakimic. He was the last one off the field, which means the live player actually was already off the field at that point. So the one live player that was on the field walked off the field. That's why the point was called. So that's just from, I mean, I'm over here, they're over there. I mean, I'm just going with what I think happened, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because the one live player that was on the field for Tampa Bay Damage walked off the field. And that's pretty much what I'm thinking is happening. But
yeah, so
to be determined.
Yeah, well, no, it looks like it is determined because the clock started running. We're about to go for this next point, and there is no score on the board. So Tampa Bay Damage blows an opportunity to put one up on Impact. And now on the breakout, Keith Brown all the way to the snake off the break. He's in snake one. You're looking at Impact on your screen right now.
One apiece coming off for both teams. That's Big Dave Baines. And also Jacob Edwards taking a walk. Oh, looking a little close. And here comes another one coming off for Tampa Bay Damage. So 2 down for Tampa Bay Damage, 1 down for Impact. And Impact both in the snake, heads up ball over here.
Yeah, so there it is, Impact on your screen right now. They're on the left-hand side, and that's the back line. Now scurrying out to the back corner bunker. Let's see if he's able to make it out clean. He does. Zach Yakmek, and then Justin Rabikoff makes it to the stand-up. Justin Cornell is standing up over the 50. He wants to make a move. He runs down and stays alive, so Damage losing the aggressive battle here. Justin Cornell going to town, shoots Keith Brown, peels Timmy Proff's head apart, and then now Cornell completely owns this snake. Just one player left alive, back corner bunker. Maybe 2. I think 2 players left alive now for Damage.
Yeah, that 1 point is going to come back to haunt these guys, because they had momentum, and then the wind just got taken out of their sails. Last player taking the walk right now, as you see, for Tampa Bay Damage, and big Justin Cornell coming down the snake and just going to work. Okay, not so big Justin Cornell, but
well, okay,
still.
but yeah. Well, big in performance.
Big game, exactly.
Big in performance for sure. And look at this. So how crucial is that? Instead of the momentum going to Damage, after that awesome 2-on-1 that they had, they got through that penalty. They should have had a point on the board. No, now it's Edmonton Impact taking the momentum here and trying to earn the right to play in the finals again. They took second at the last event.
And, Impact has definitely controlled the snake side these first 2 points. Make no doubt about that. Even though Damage was able to pull back that first point, Impact has definitely done a better job of asserting their will over here on the snake side early. We saw Damage really take control of the games yesterday to put themselves in this situation. They had that X Factor game 1. X Factor got away with some shenanigans there at the end to defeat Damage 5-4, but Damage was able to come back and beat Dynasty. They won both of those games by really being aggressive on that Dorito side, getting out there wide early and controlling. They lost Jacob Edwards early that last point, but Dalton Vanderbilt back in the game now with Jason Edwards. So we'll see how this next game plays out. 1-0 Edmonton Impact lead. We'll be right back after this.
Looking at Tampa Bay Damage on your screen. And Tampa Bay takes a snake off the break. Can he make it out alive? Dan Holiday gets into snake 1. They do lose a body. Ramzi Al-Yusuf in the center off the break.
And 2 players go down real quick after that on Tampa Bay Damage, on Impact side. That's Justin Rabikoff and Ryan Martin taking a walk, but all the way to the snake, Justin Cornell.
Yeah, Daniel Holiday's in snake 3. Justin Cornell as well. Justin Cornell's gunned up down the wire. Now looking on the inside, Holiday. Gonna see what he sees across the field. Rainey Stanzak now gonna make the move from the snake can.
Getting shot to
He
pieces.
gets picked up right away. So unable to make that bump out. Just Justin Cornell and Nick Laval alive now. Laval over there in the Dorito side can, playing heads up. Dalton Vanderbilt getting shot on the break, so just Jason Edwards over there. 3 bodies left alive on 2 of impact. Damage has Edwards, and here comes Dan Holiday. He's gonna launch and shoot Justin Cornell, and they are gonna trade out, making it a 2-on-1 situation. Chad Bougier and Jason Edwards.
No one in the snake for either team. No, but here comes Chad Bougier. He makes his way in there, and he's gonna try to get a shot on Nick Laval, who bumps up a bunker.
Smart move.
And then gets a, got to get out of that stand-up tempo when the snake side is blown.
Oh, there goes Nick. Oh, no, he's next move up. Oh, I don't know if I would have done that, though, Matty.
Yeah, he's a bigger guy, and he went to a smaller bunker. He's just trying to make something happen. But still, just too many guns and too wide of an angle for Nick Laval over there. So Jason Edwards and Chad Bougier left alive to score their first point, which really should be their second point. But they blew it in the first one. So now it's going to be 1-1 tied up here with 15:24 to go.
Yeah, and it should be 2-1 right now in theory, but we're just gonna have to wash that one off the books and just say it was a restart. It was a practice game.
I'm willing to let it go if you guys are.
Yeah.
There's just no sense in us talking about it anymore. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
It's really dragging me down.
It does.
So, as these two evenly matched teams have evened up the score, still a lot of game to play. Stick around.
This isn't just a field. This is my home. This isn't just a team. This is my family. This isn't just a sport. This is a way of life. This isn't just a league. This is the MSXL.
Edmonton Impact getting ready to roll. On the field for them, Dave Baines, Zach and Zane Yakmek, Justin Cornell, and Justin Rabikoff. We've seen Justin Rabikoff and Justin Cornell tag team this snake side all tournament long and doing a good job at it. They do not have one of their weapons in Joshua Met because he broke his thumb in a car accident. But he's okay, but it's going to take some time to heal.
And here's Keith Brown coming all the way, but getting shot in the break and left-hand side of your screen. That was Tampa Bay Damage, and breaking on the right was Impact. But Impact just losing 3 players real quick, Matt.
Yeah, and all on the snake side. So that's going to make it easier for Justin Cornell, who's been doing good anyway, even with bodies in front of him. So he's got this entire side to himself. And he stopped at the 50-yard line to try to wrap around and get a shot in that stand-up can. Looks like he might have dropped a shot in either him or Zach Yakmek. And now Justin Cornell up a bunker. Not looking good right now for Tampa Bay Damage here in this point.
And Impact losing Justin Rabikoff on the break over here, but little too late for Tampa Bay Damage.
And Zane Yakmek getting shot there at the end, but pushing really hard up that Dorito side. So right now, the story of this match is Edmonton Impact just dominating on the break over here on the snake side. Even if they're not getting their bodies, they're getting in the spots early and being first to the punch. So Edmonton Impact going to take a 1-point lead here. 2-1 over Tampa Bay Damage. The first of our semifinal matchups before the lunch break here in the Champions Division. Coming up after this, we have the LA Ironmen taking on Houston Heat. Both teams 3-1 in the prelims. Playing some really solid paintball. You're going to see the heads-up matchup of Ryan Moorhead and Alex Goldman over here on the snake side. Should be a good one to watch.
Can't wait to see that one, man. Houston Heat and the Ironman. That's going to be massive. So we're going to be right back here after a quick commercial break. Stick around.
Are you ready for an explosion of paintball videos? Then stay tuned to paintballaccess.com because the CXBL is back for their 10th anniversary season. Catch all the best pro talent north of the border as teams battle it out in full X-Ball matches. Paintballaccess.com, on the field, in the pits, behind the scenes.
In Impact's pits, there's Nick Laval, picked up this season from 187. He was their best player. And it's got to be kind of weird for Nick to have gone from the past 2 seasons playing almost every single point and being the leader on his team to not getting a ton of reps and being, to go from top tier to low tier, tons of reps to barely any reps.
I was going to ask you during that 187 game, do you think losing Laval has hurt 187?
I think that anytime you lose a player of the caliber of Laval and a leader like that, they would admit that, yes, it does hurt them a little bit. But because they've had so many guys step up, that I really think that they've definitely taken that loss in stride and have become a better team because it's forced other guys to pick their games up. So now bodies dropping from each side. Cornell dies for Impact, and also Dan Holiday. So here comes Impact pushing down the snake side. Justin Rabakoff, bodies just peeling off left and right for Impact. Just Dalton Vanderbilt over there on the D side of the field. He gets taken out too. So it looks like Impact is going to score another quick one here and push that score up another one to 3-1. Massive amounts of time left still, 13:48 on the clock. 4 bodies left alive, it looks like, for Impact there on that point win.
Yeah, Impact is just shooting really good lanes in the break and capitalizing on it very, very, very quickly.
You know who's becoming a top player? He's always been good, but he's putting up awesome numbers, and is Zach Yakmak. He's got 8 confirmed kills right now in this huge game to get Impact back into the finals. We saw them lose in the finals to Dynasty at the last event. Dynasty not able to make it into the semis here in this one, as they lost both their prelim games. That's the first 2 prelim games they've lost all season. But Impact, man, they're looking pretty good right now. Tampa Bay Damage. They got to get something going here.
Well,
Jacob Edwards, the only person with the kill at that last point.
Sorry to interrupt, but think about that. 8 confirmed kills in 4 points. That's 20 possible bodies. He almost has 50% of the kills.
Well, you got to throw that no point in there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that one. Okay, fair enough.
And he was the last guy left alive in that point.
I forgot about that. I thought we weren't talking about that anymore.
Well, that was Todd's rule. I didn't make that. I'm not
part of your group.
I'm not subscribing to that. So also, we're here at CPX Sports, man. This is an awesome field, one of the best in the world. Go to cpxsports.com for more information. They got everything here: woods ball, rec ball, walk-ons. Even got low impact, that 50 cal, which really lets kids and the JT Splatmaster stuff from Empire. There's actually a JT Splatmaster event happening here, and I've talked to so many field owners. So if you want a field out there and you also want to add another revenue stream, but at the same time get younger players into the game and help the sport out itself, and also just help these kids have fun. I see so many smiles when I go over those. I wish I had that when I was a kid, man. So we didn't have to shoot slingshots at each other and all that sort of stuff.
Shoot BB guns.
Yeah, too.
I think we could take some of those kids now. If we formed a 3-man team.
Absolutely.
3-man Splatmaster team. I want the shotgun.
The 3 of us.
Yeah, or dual-wield pistols.
I'll take the 2 pistols. Okay. What do you want?
The more I think about it, I think I want dual-wield pistols.
Okay, I'll go shotgun then.
Okay. No, I want the shotgun. Because the shotgun has
I want the shotgun.
You always just want what I want.
Well,
I want the pistols.
Which one do you want?
See what I deal with on a daily basis?
You want the pistols?
On three.
1, 2, 3.
Shotguns.
Pistols. Shotguns.
Bazooka.
Whatever. Fine, whatever. Todd, whatever. Fine. You can have whatever you want. I don't care.
He always gets his way, man.
He does. I know.
Look at this. Since he was a little kid. Lovely day here. The weather's holding out for us.
Thank God.
Good Lord.
Yeah, yesterday was straight just rolling the weather dice constantly. We're looking at the map of the radar, just begging for the cells to pass past us, but we did get clobbered a little bit. And it's turned the field into a mud box pretty decent, particularly on the left-hand side of your screen. But everything is good to go. Stream's up and running. No technical difficulties. A couple things with the scoreboard earlier on, but we're solid and ready to rock. So, Edmonton Impact, 3-1.
Oh, again, see? I'm telling you, they're peeling these guys off in the snake side in the center, but they're losing one guy in the break, but they're capitalizing on what's going on. On the far side of the field, here comes Justin Cornell down the snake. far side of the field. Here comes Damage, but getting shot out of the far side. Dalton Vanderbilt down to 2 players now, Maddie.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Damage again at just Jason Edwards and Keith Brown. So maybe Keith Brown can rail a shot in here on Justin Cornell and slow the aggressive push of Impact on the Snake side. It's been really hard, man. I'll tell you what, Justin Cornell has been playing a masterful game over here on the Snake side, helped out by Justin Rabakoff and Zach Yakmek.
Yeah, without question. I mean, those two playing over here were like, I'm looking forward to seeing those two go up against Alex Goldman and Marcelo Margot, if that's the way it plays out.
Well, and we've noticed that the top teams, Ironman, Houston Heat, and these two teams that we've seen on the field right now, it's all about the double or triple punch down the Snake side, and then smart play on the D side with an occasional curveball, maybe something up the middle, but also a foundation of the off-the-break shooting. That's what's working out here. Everybody knows that, so it's all about execution.
Oh, nice shot right there by Justin Cornell in the goggles of Keith Brown. Oh, Justin Cornell getting shot across the field, though.
Still has Zach Yakmek, though, here in the Snake. You just have one left alive over here, man.
Good play right there. They're playing it very, very well, Matty. Todd, what do you think? What's your analogy of this game? Analyzation? Or whatever. You know what I mean.
I know what I'm saying.
An analogy?
Eulogy?
Exactly, Chris.
Analyze this game for me, Todd.
Impact's playing good.
Oh, back to you, Matty.
Yeah, Impact is, well, and again, one of the cool things that we're going to be able to see as the tournament progresses is the straight heads-up matchups between just straight-up personal war. Is it going to be Cornell? So if it's looking like Edmonton Impact, still a lot of time, 11:40. We'll see if Damage can come back. But
yeah, we just watched a 4-1 lead disappear with a 6-0 run by Art Chaos. So I mean, it's not like it's not possible.
Well, we'll break down. So let me just break this down. So coming up next is the Ironman and Heat, and in that matchup, it's going to be Montresor, who's been playing great in the Snake, along with, they're so deep there. You know, they have a lot of guys that can run in the Snake, but Montresor's been dominating, and the Ironman have Alex Martinez. So, I'm sorry, Alex Goldman. They have a lot of Alexes on that team. But Alex Goldman, phenomenal in there, and that's the straight-up battle, and then Margot backing him up, and then their cast of characters behind Heat. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Tampa Bay Damage must win this game to try to move on in this tournament. They're losing right now, 4-1. Off the breakout Damage, Dan Holiday running out to the back corner. So they're on the break shots for Impact. They're just on right now, and they are neutralizing the threat. We were talking about Snake matchups. Dan Holiday getting neutralized in this matchup, as well as Keith Brown. Todd, we have not seen much out of the Snake side push for Tampa Bay Damage here.
Well, you got to be able to get some bodies out to the Snake side to be able to have a Snake side push. And, you know, Damage may want to try and consider something else. They're not getting these bodies out here alive. Timmy Probst, once again, is just sitting here by himself. Damage, actually, I believe they did go 3 bodies heavy up to the Dorito side, but Jacob Edwards going to get a minor penalty with a hit on his pack. So they did have 3 bodies alive on the Dorito side, looking to try and attack over there heavy. But with that Jacob Edwards penalty, Jason is going to go into the box, and now it is just Timmy Probst and Brian Smith, but Danny Park, he is going to get a minor.
No, actually, the minor was on Justin Rabakoff. Danny Park got pulled out on that. He got shot from across the field. But now look at the turn of the tides.
And that's going to leave the entire Snake side open for Timmy Probst. But Brian Smith gets shot. So now it's Brian Smith. He's got Ryan Martin across the field over there in his sights, who is sitting in the Dorito side temple. Jason Edwards is going to come out of the box first, you know, about 20 seconds before Impact gets their body back. But Ryan Martin going to crawl into the 50. Dorito over there. Nick Laval is in the box. Or no, Danny Parker's in the box. Nick Laval is still alive over there somewhere.
Well, he's in the corner, I believe.
Well, it's a 2-on-2 right now, but both guys have players in the box. And the first one is
Rainey Stanzak's actually in the box.
Yeah, so Rainey's going to come out first. 6 seconds left on that one. He's going to have to figure out which way he wants to go. He's trying to sort it out right now. Oh, but Ryan Martin dies for Edmonton Impact, so Rainey's going to come out towards Timmy Probst's gun, and I think he definitely got a shot on him, and he did stay alive.
He stayed alive.
God. Rainey Stanzik with a bad back right now, comes out of the box and on the run through the muck, shoots Timmy Probst, and stays alive. So
well, maybe not, but oh no, I don't think he did.
He definitely shot Timmy for sure, because Timmy was trying to shoot him, and I don't know who else would have shot Timmy.
Did they concede the point? I think they conceded the point because the clock wasn't running. So.
And also, there's the 5th point on the board too. So. 9:26 to go. All the penalties are gone. Both teams will be back at full strength with 5 players. And Edmonton Impact just dominating the snake battle and shooting lots of players off the break. And that is a potent duo when you're talking about paintball tactics. And if I was Damage, I would throw a timeout right now. It looks like they do.
They did.
So Tampa Bay Damage throws a timeout. And you know, it's tough. I mean, Damage came out and scored a point, what looked like they scored a point to start this game out, but they all walked off without actually hanging the flag, and Impact didn't concede the point, so they didn't get that point. And since then, it's just been a slow roll, slow descent, and a slow ascent for Edmonton Impact. And there is the D-side battle that went down, and this was Rainey. So Rainey, you saw there, he ran on the run out, was able to clip Timmy Probst. So nice work by Rainey, man. And Rainey's pumped because that's tough. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly down in the pits.
Hey guys, I am in Impact's pit right now with Nick Laval. Now you guys are up 4 points. You are taking this lead. During that last point, you were on the Dorito side and you were really communicating with Ryan Martin about that penalty. Did you purposely want to run out the clock and kind of keep the point a little slower so that he could help out or go into the next point without a penalty?
I mean, on a field like this, you really can't stop pushing. But when you're up a point or a few points, you know, and they have a major, we're really in the driver's seat. So there's no point in making a stupid mistake. So Ryan and I were just talking to make sure that we got the point and hopefully shot their body out and also burn off our penalty. So
it really seems like you guys have figured something out about how Damage is playing that's stopping them from getting any points here. What is it that you've figured out about their strategy?
Honestly, I don't think it's how Damage is playing. I think it's how we're playing. We're really keeping our game plan and setting the pace and keeping that up. So it doesn't really matter what Damage is doing. We're playing our game right now.
All right, well, it is a 4-point gap right now. Impact is up 5-1 against Damage. We'll see if they can keep this lead and close it out for the win.
So we are slowly making our way through this semifinal matchup in the Champions Division between 2 tough teams. Tampa Bay Damage kind of getting blown out right now by Edmonton Impact because of exactly what Nick Laval said. Edmonton Impact, when you listen to Nick, he said it doesn't matter what Damage is doing. We're exerting our will. He didn't say that, but I think what he did say was like we're executing our game plans, and they're not. So it's about what we're doing, not about what they're doing. And absolutely, Todd.
Yeah, I mean,
that's paintball in a nutshell.
I mean, when you're shooting 1 to 2 guys on the break every single point, then, you know, you can't really ask for much more than that. Unless you were to, you know, throw a paint grenade down there and somehow get a little bit of splatter on all 5. But, I mean, 2 bodies on the break is so crucial, you know, when you're playing top teams, because on a read and react field, then the top players know how to play, know how to attack once they see those bodies drop.
But do you start going up the center now because you're getting shot outside?
I would, just a little bit. That move that Damian Ryan did was there. Chad Bougere did it, and Chad Bougere does it again. Here he comes.
And here goes up the center. Chad Bougere is just going to completely commit all the way on the run up the center.
Yeah, Dave Vans easily could have gotten a penalty right there as well.
2 bodies come off of that move. Justin Cordell comes off too, so the aggressive move pays some dividends as Daniel Holiday is alive for Tampa Bay Damage in the snake. Zach Yakmek tries to get out wide, do some damage control for Impact. He's on your screen right now, shooting cross field to try to slow the attack of Dalton Vanderbilt. getting into that D side 50, but Dalton makes it in alive. So right now, Tampa Bay Damage is looking good here in this point.
Yeah, that's going to close it out. I mean, well played right there. I mean, I even said, I was like, you might as well go up the middle, because, I mean, that's exactly what you need to do, because you're getting blown to pieces coming outside.
Yeah, I mean, the move is there. You just can't do it every single point, you know, and Edmonton Impact was just holding that body in the back center, trying to get those wide kills. I mean, you got to put the pressure on that guy as well. But, you know, doing a good job. They shot Dave Baines on the break. He rolled out to his bunker and kept shooting. Ref had to come pull him out. And then Chad Bougere launched as soon as he saw Dave walk off, and then went and got himself Justin Rabikoff out of the middle. So here's Chad shooting up the middle. Sees Dave walk off, knows there's only one body going wide. So he's going to come attacking. The wide player is looking to the outside, and he shoots out that middle player on the move through the seam on the inside. And then there's Daniel Holiday. He's going to see what's going on as his team starts charging up the Dorito side. He's going to take the snake. And as Justin Cornell walks off, he's going to come help close out the game for Damage.
Well, coming back, it's 5-2 game right now. Still in favor, huge favor of Edmonton Impact.
That was such an important point for Tampa Bay Damage, and the stones it takes to call a play like that, where you send Chad Bougere up a crazy center where he may or may not even get 5 feet out the box before he catches a ball, is
so
a ton. And it paid dividends for them, because if they lost that one, it would have been 6-1. Now, instead, it's a 3-point game. We're going to be right back after this. So the momentum slightly shifting towards Tampa Bay Damage. Get it back. It's come down to these breakouts, though, and the play on the snake. And here goes Chad Bougere again up the center. And this time he chooses the opposite side. Nobody's come off for impact, though. And so it's a tough play, man, but not able to get it done. They also lose another body, it looks like, too.
Keith Brown coming off on the snake side, but feeling right away. Timmy Props getting there to take the advantage for Damage. But I think they also got the 50 Dorito on the far side of the field, Maddie.
Yeah, one body came off early off that Dorito side. And Justin Rabikoff is in that back center. Cornell in the snake 3. Zach Yakimek in the snake side temple. Rainey Stanzak getting real small as Timmy Probst comes out the back of snake 2 and starts putting the pressure on him. But Tampa Bay Damage, they have Jacob Edwards and Brian Smith over there on the Dorito side. They had to keep pressing and keep that advantage. Justin Cornell, be smart of him. Oh, and there's another penalty on Justin Rabikoff.
It's 2 for him this game.
So, and they lose another body off the Dorito side. So just 2 bodies, just Justin Cornell, and Justin Cornell gonna get shot.
Damage coming back strong. Well, good job by Damage, man.
Yeah, mounting a comeback here. Now we got a 2-point game, so what a turn of events just in these last 2 points. But that's how it can go out here. And that's how important it is to maintain focus regardless of what the score is. We did an interview with Rusty Glaze, who guided Dynasty to a series title, 2 wins last year and a win already this year. It's on Paintball Access. Check it out. It's a must-read if you play the game of paintball, to be honest, and also especially if you want to be a leader. And in that, he talks about how crucial it is to ignore the scoreboard if you're a player. Yes, you have to keep factors in mind of time, and you need to be able to watch the penalties and all that sort of stuff. But you cannot let that doubt seep in when you are down points. You can't. If you want to be a championship caliber team, you want to be one of those paintball legends, we're up here talking about you. You can't do that. And Damage proving how strong they are right now by getting back in this match. Only down by 2, still enough time for them to score those points and tie this up. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, I am here with Keith Brown in the Damage pit. Now, Impact was ahead 4 points, but you guys have managed to get 2 consecutive points here. Chad Bougere has been running down the middle of the field, and that's been really helping out. Have you figured out that kind of throws off Impact's game in the beginning?
Yeah, with Chad going up the middle, he's taking a 2 or 3 guys out, and that's really creating chaos on the other side, and they don't really know where to shoot. And we can get down either the Doritos or the snake, so we're just looking to make a push.
Besides making a push down that middle, what else have you guys decided to adjust in your gameplay once they were getting so far ahead of you?
They're shooting the snake side real good. We just need to make sure we get in there and stay alive, and they're just winning down that side. So if we stay alive and play our game, we should be fine.
All right, we'll see if Damage can continue to control the field and get another point here.
Well, you can tell who plays the snake by just looking at their jerseys and their uniforms. If you're completely caked from head to toe in mud, you play the one on the snake side. And Keith Brown's been going to war over there all weekend long.
He has, man. That jersey is just gnarly. So, well, he's been playing really good, but they've been shutting him down pretty good on that side of the field.
Yeah, and that's why
and
Impact
I would
ran
too.
those points up. Well, they watched the games. You know, Impact came into this very important semifinal matchup. I'm almost positive that they watched every single game that they could from Tampa Bay Damage to figure out who was doing the work out there, and they saw that Keith Brown was very effective on this snake side as well as Dan Holiday, and they've been doing a great job of isolating those players and getting their own snake players in. Justin Cornell's had a phenomenal game. And most importantly for Impact, Zach Yakmek has just been putting up numbers right now, man. Lots of confirmed kills for him. Might have hit double digits at this point. But it looks like a timeout has been called. Edmonton Impact timeout. That's smart. Slow the roll of Tampa Bay Damage. 7:07 to go. So while they're in a timeout, we're going to take a quick, short break. Stick around. So we are back. Tampa Bay Damage got it on the comeback road right now, but can they keep it up? Is Edmonton Impact going to shoot some players of their own off the break, staunch the attack of Tampa Bay Damage? Heavy guns up for Damage. There goes Chad Bougier up the center again. They keep running this play, but Chad this time stops short, and they finally were able to take out Chad with no damage done to themselves.
But you know what? They all looked at Chad Bougier, and Daniel Holiday finally able to get into the snake. Randy Snadzak had to get pulled off the field out of that Dorito side can. It looks like Zane Yakimek took one in the head too from Dan Holiday, so he comes walking off. Justin Cornell in snake 3. Dan Holiday now in the 50 snake. Is he going to shoot Justin Rabikoff in the back? Yes, he will. But Justin Cornell going to come get him. Timmy Probst didn't even see it.
Justin Cornell just wore. Justin Cornell is having a field day right now. He just wore out Dan Holiday, comes around, decimates Timmy Probst, and now no one in the snake with him. So he's just going to.
Oh, good shot right there by Tampa Bay Damage. Did you see that shot?
Jacob Edwards on the run slide shoots Justin Cornell right in the face.
Ooh, to save this one potentially. We'll see.
That was a shot.
And space out the field.
It's 2-on-1 right now, so Tampa Bay Damage on the strength of Justin Cornell and on this Tampa Bay Damage on the strength of Jacob Edwards shooting Justin Cornell and Brian Smith running business on that D side of the field. Here comes Tampa Bay Damage. We got ourselves a 1-point game right now. And for a second, I thought Justin was going to win this point for him, but and then Jacob Edwards, you know, over here off camera real quick, gave the big heart sign to all the fans on the sidelines. What an amazing performance by the young Jacob Edwards.
Yeah, great. That was an amazing shot. He full sprint. Well, I mean, as full a sprint as he can get. But coming across the field, just dotting Justin Cornell.
But as good as that shot was, I don't want to steal any thunder from Brian Smith's play on that D side. We talked about those heads-up guys on the D side, read and reacting. was so important to the fundamental success of these teams pushing forward. Who's going to win the event? We don't know yet. That's why we play the games and shoot the paintballs at each other. But I want to say, hey, Brian Smith, 4-pack over there on the D side of the field. And you know, yes, Jacob Edwards had an awesome shot on Justin, who was wrecking shop over here, snake side. But Brian Smith stepping up on that D side, getting 4 confirmed kills is what helped Tampa Bay Damage stay in this match and pull within 1.
Yeah, no, what great play. I mean, this is what Sunday's all about. This is why I get so excited and go to bed early. So I have the energy.
You did go to bed early last night.
I did. I was out snoring.
Kept me up snoring last night. No, I'm just kidding. You're not that bad.
No, but I want so much energy because this is so much fun. These teams are so good.
Yeah, man, me too. You know, every day has its own unique moments. Friday, obviously, new event, who showed up. Saturday, that's where everything gets figured out as to what the stage gets set for Sunday. And then Sunday, it's the whole, you play paintball to play on Sunday one day. That's the whole point, and to have a bunch of fun. But if you want to have fun, you know what's fun? Winning tournaments.
Absolutely.
Winning tournaments is a good time.
Yes. But dang, look at Tampa Bay Damage coming back 3 points now. And you actually called earlier, Todd. You weren't even talking. You were just sitting back and enjoying the show. 5-4 now,
hey,
1 point deficit.
3-point run right here by Tampa Bay Damage. And the initial point to not be spoken of. This could,
I'm telling you, it's going to come back to haunt him.
We shall see.
Yeah, it would be a tie game right now if it wasn't for that first misstep by Tampa Bay Damage, but they shook it off. But look at this, Edmonton Impact starting to shut Chad Bougier down now.
But you know what? Now they're getting their bodies alive because everybody's worried about Chad Bougier coming up the middle. And Edmonton Impact drops one body.
Out of
Zane Yakimek gets shot out of the Dorito side can. Justin Cornell coming out of the corner, getting into the snake side temple. He's got Zach Yakimek with him and Justin Rabikoff in the back center, locking off the snake side of the field. On the attack and the Dorito side. Oh, the referee going to come in and check Justin Rabikoff, getting the radio in from the sidelines. One body on the Dorito side for Impact, and Justin Rabikoff.
It looks like Keith Brown, though, is in the snake for Tampa Bay Damage, in the snake, too. Justin Rabikoff, big move all the way from the center to the D side back bunker. Justin Cornell in the snake for Impact as well.
And there you go, Justin Cornell trying to get down the snake and mirror up number 13. Was it? I'm sorry, that's Keith Brown down there, number 12. Sorry, 17. I can't read anymore. I apologize. Oh, here comes another player.
Nick Laval.
Two of them walking off over
Nick
there.
Laval getting taken out by Dalton Vanderbilt, but that's gonna help Damage over here on the snake side.
Got him in the foot. Got him right in the foot. Great shot down the wire.
Yeah, Cornell continuing to do work over here, but Timmy Probst slides in for Tampa Bay Damage.
Oh,
and then
another
Cornell
shot.
comes out and runs shop on him too, but he trades out with him, so at least Timmy traded out. Oh, but unfortunately for Tampa Bay Damage, Jason Edwards dies out of his bunker, and Justin Rabikoff and Zach Yakimek. So Justin Cornell and Zach Yakimek have combined for 20 confirmed kills between the two of them for Edmonton Impact. And that point win is going to send their score up to 6. So 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here. Damage now down by 2, and Edmonton Impact 1 point away from winning this race to 7 points. And moving on into the finals. And who's going to face them in the finals potentially? Again, the game's not over yet. My Damage has shown they can definitely come back. The game, I've really been waiting to see this game. Ironman finally looking good, and Houston Heat as well. And they're in the semifinals, and they're playing each other next.
And there's that replay. Justin Cornell trying to come out wide and shoot Timmy. And they're going to trade out.
He's happy with that, though.
Yeah, that was the last body over here on the snake side for Damage.
Man, good heads-up play, man. I mean, it's as we progress throughout this tournament, so many cool little plays and so many, like, shots across the field and, like, the Carl Markowski moves that come outside that we were seeing. It's so cool just seeing the transition of the whole tournament and the shots across the field.
Everyone's got their off-field, regular, normal life personalities, but each of these guys, they have their own styles, the own way they look at the fields, the way they play the game, the intensity they bring to these matchups for these big teams. And Justin Cornell's doing a great job right now, and one of the big reasons that Edmonton Impact is up 2 points here. And also cannot forget about the 11 confirmed kills. He actually has 2 more than Cornell for Zach Yakimek, which is such an amazing story because, you know, Zach Yakimek actually went and played with Dynasty way back in the day when Impact first formed. came and played on Dynasty and cut his teeth there a little bit, and then went back and Impact started their rise, and have gone through some different incarnations on that team, but really now emerging as one of the predominant 2s or 3s in the game.
Yeah, and he's playing very, very solid this whole tournament. On the breakout, there's Tampa Bay Damage. Live or die. It's a do or die situation right now. They're 1 point away from losing this and going to the finals. But also Tampa Bay Damage. Here comes Tampa Bay Damage.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Damage is close still. I mean, they're down by 2. They got Holiday and the Snake. No one in the Snake. Here comes Justin Rabakoff on a huge fill, but he's not able to make it in there. So Justin Rabakoff coming off early.
And it's slow played right now. I mean, I can see Impact trying to sit back in their heels, but you cannot do that on this field, Todd.
No, and Impact losing another body off the Dorito side. So just 1 body left over there. 2 here on the Snake side. Yakimek looking across to the Dorito side now, trying to keep Brian Smith from coming down that side, but he jumps up again. 3 bodies over there, all 5 alive, still for Tampa Bay Damage. Approaching the 3-minute mark in this game. Damage has to get this point.
And that's the thing, is just like you said, Todd, they got to get this point. Damage must push forward. Impact trying to hold off the attack. They only have 3 players left alive: Danny Park, Nick Laval, and Zach Yakmek.
But they got to get the point at a decent time. They can't let it run down to 30 seconds or a minute. Oh, taking the shot across the field. Damage losing their Snake player now.
Yeah, that's huge, because with the low time now, losing Holiday out of there is definitely going to really hurt their chances to try to tie this up, because they have to score 2 in 2 minutes and 32 seconds, so they can't dilly-dally over here, and Chad Bussiere knows that, so he moves up and tries to get on the attack over here, Snake side. And then you're looking at the D side on your screen, 50-yard line, owned by Damage, and here comes the move. This needs to happen. Dalton Vanderbilt makes his move.
Oh, minor penalty
Brian Smith, sorry.
Minor
Brian
penalty
Smith.
on Impact. Here, that's going to pull out the Snake.
Yeah, so Brian Smith made that move. The minor penalty was pulled, and that is going to take out the last player, it looks like, for Edmonton Impact. I think they might have, well, no, they don't have any money left.
There's nobody else on.
So
this 1 point game.
The speedy Chad Bussiere is going to run that flag in.
But that is a minor, so they will get that off the clock, and they will start full strength at 5 again, because minor penalties, as we know, come off when you do lose the penalty.
Yes, but in a 1 point game here, Damage does not have to get 7. If they can get 1 point, they can send this to overtime. So, in a 6-5 game, God, you're making me bring this up here, man. This could be a tie ball game right now. This could be a 6-6 game with 2 minutes left to go. I mean, as exciting as it is.
Todd, you're breaking your own rule right now. You said you weren't going to bring it up again.
Well, you broke it to begin with, so.
Well, again, you said that rule. I did not agree to the rule.
Jeez, I'm going to get a contract next time. But, I mean, this could be a tie game right now with 2 minutes left to go. Instead, Damage going to have to come at Impact and try and put a point on the board.
Here's the replay. Look at this, Todd. This is where Dalton actually had them pull the minor penalty. He drew it. No,
Ryan Smith.
Oh, that was Ryan Smith. I'm sorry. Drew that penalty. What a bummer. That's Nick Laval getting the minor penalty and causing them to go to 1 point closer. He gets shot in the head, and that's why they pulled the last player out of the corner on that penalty.
Yep. So there's Damage's pit. Sending out Jacob Edwards, Chad Bussiere. Who else we got coming out? Justin Rabakoff, Rainey Stanzak, Justin Cornell for Impact. I'm sure we're going to get Brian Smith back on the field again. Keith Brown.
Chad Bussiere. One of the Edwards brothers has got to come out there. Yep, Jacob and Jason. I'm excited right now. 5 seconds before we start this point. Let's see what Tampa Bay Damage does. Coming out of the box, Tampa Bay Damage on your screen, down 1 point to Impact. Both teams breaking out, 5 alive on both teams. Both teams about pretty much mirrored up across the board, except Justin Rabakoff in the center of the field. Just chilling.
Huge point right now. 1:36 to go. Edmonton Impact, all they need to do is roll their guns and keep Damage from pushing forward. Damage does not have anyone in attack position yet. They do have 5 alive, and they're trying to push forward. Chad Bussiere trying to get in the Snake, and Dan Holiday in the back corner bunker. Or is that Keith Brown?
One guy coming off for Tampa Bay Damage on the far side of the field.
Here comes Keith Brown. Keith Brown launches.
Dalton Vanderbilt gets shot off the Dorito side, and Impact slides into the 50 Dorito.
Nick Laval, though, trying to make up for that penalty, gets into the 50-yard line for Edmonton Impact to slow the attack at Tampa Bay Damage. Keith Brown getting shot at Snake 1.
He got shot by the 50 Dorito over there, not knowing he got into the 50 Dorito, but here comes Justin Cornell. It's looking pretty bleak right now for... Oh, yeah. It's Justin Cornell going to work. Oh, calling a major penalty on Justin Cornell. We're under a minute.
What Justin
Wait a
Cornell
minute. We are
was
under a
thinking.
minute right now.
Justin Cornell got shot, and they're winning the game. And instead of just coming off, he felt that he must. I mean, obviously he felt he got cheated, or he wouldn't have done what he did. But that's the type of line you can't really ride right there, because you're just begging the refs to give you a penalty.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, usually if it's under a minute.
But
is that gone now? That under a minute major penalty thing? That's not a rule anymore. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, well, the rule had used to be if you got a major penalty under a minute, it was a swing point went to the other team.
Yeah, and so but it looked like major penalties on both teams, but it doesn't matter. It looks like the end score. Well, there's still 14 seconds. They're probably going to burn that off.
Well, I mean, if they hung the flag, it's 6 because they did have players alive.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a player alive. It should go to 7. So.
Yeah, so obviously if it goes to 7 in this race of 7 points, that will be the victory game Impact. And then Impact will advance to the final.
Oh, man. Craziness. Cats and dogs getting married.
Yeah,
anyway,
so
well, what a good game, though. I mean,
how great for Impact to make it into the finals 2 tournaments in a row, and they've won 2 European events. And the big question for Impact was, they didn't go with experienced pros when they went and filled out the roster. I mean, yeah, the guys were proven talents, but they didn't go pick up big-name guys. But they've just been able to get it done with the core of the Yakmex and the Canadians and Justin Cornell. And then also, there's that penalty right there. And was that major.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely got shot. He's trying to plead his case like Chad Bougere didn't know that he was coming. Chad slid in there with his gun up. Definitely had it rolling once Justin Cornell came around. But,
so 14
I mean, it's an even trade out. It's not like Justin Cornell needed to play on. They had superior body advantage over there. So,
yeah, so it ended up not mattering. And Justin Cornell, I don't want to take anything away from him. Justin Cornell, 11 confirmed kills for him. So there's 3 separate players on Impact that put 10 kills up or more.
Yeah, Justin Cornell with 11, Zach Yakimek with 10, and Justin Rabikoff with 10. And just add in Rainey Stanzak 7, Nick Laval's 5, and I'm sure there's a couple more over there on that other side as well. So Edmonton Impact taking the win over Tampa Bay Damage 7-5. We're going to have another bloodbath game coming up after this between Houston Heat and the LA Ironmen. Ryan Moorhead going head-to-head with Alex Goldman in the Snake. Marcelo Margot from the Ironmen playing really well for them, as well as Chad George for Houston Heat. So we got Lauren Kelly down on the sidelines. Lauren, what's happening?
All right, that was an awesome match between Impact and Damage. Impact won 7-5. In the beginning, you guys got a huge lead. I think you had a 4-point lead at one time. What did you figure out initially about Damage's game plan that you were able to utilize and kind of fend them off?
Well, I guess first things first, they're a really great team. So we expected to have a battle the entire time. Even though we went up 5-1, we never felt like super in control of the game. Because they can always come back, especially on this field. You get penalties, you get whatever, you get shot on the break. You're going to get shot and you're going to lose points. We know that, and we know that they're a good team, so we expected that. We just did our best to shoot people on the break, and we were a lot in the beginning. That's how we went 5-1, and then we kind of stopped doing that, and then we got back to it, and that's how we finished off the game.
We saw a lot of points where you would make it down the middle, and those points where Damage was coming back, Chad Bougere was really pushing down the middle. Do you think the team who successfully gets to the middle first can really take control of the game?
I think teams are realizing that the middle is actually pretty good now. And because they're watching yesterday, and if they watched that match, they saw that I did it and Chad did it, and it worked successfully. So, I mean, maybe teams, you might see it in the finals. I mean, who knows? But it seems to be working, especially if you shoot a guy on the break, which seems to happen a lot.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Impact won that one. They will be advancing on to the finals again. And next up, we're going to have Ironman versus Heat. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I'm going to take Heat.
All right. We'll see if he's right. Back to you guys.